Afternoon, everybody. I'm here with Missy Jen today, and well, got an important announcement to make. Elvis Travels Marshall, Missy Jen, and I are calling you out today. And brother, the crazy stuff that you're doing on your channel, the crazy hangouts with hate, the crazy criticizing people on physical appearances, things, it's got to end.
Bashing people needs to stop.
Bashing people needs to stop, and we're here today to discuss that and to make our point clear on this. That I do consider you a friend. I met you in Las Vegas. Missy Jen met you also, and I have to tell you, she's awful disappointed lately when we get links to hangouts and things, and we look at them, and we're in shock at how supposed friend of ours can possibly talk about people and use words like the C word and things like that, and talk about people's physical appearances and things. So I'm calling you out, brother, and telling you right now, and that respect is something that has to be earned on people. And you may say to yourself, well, these people make bad comments about me and hate on me. Well, hell, we get comments. I don't always get positive comments. I get filleted a lot of times on videos and in hangouts and things. It's all part of an exchange. You know, you get comments on the channel.
I get a lot of nasty stuff. I just block it and move on with my life.
Yeah, we're not here to play a back and forth battle. And a lot of my criticism, personally, has been earned, and I've acknowledged that, but I'm calling you out, brother, and telling you, lay off of Joe Kalanji, lay off of RB Prepper Wayne, lay off of Julie, and lay off of women. Now, you might not like it in our society, Marshall, but women hold up half the sky, as Chairman Mao used to say.
Right.
There's more women enrolled in medical school than men now. There's more women enrolled in law school than men now. There's more women going to be entering their professions coming up than ever before. And you know what? They're going to deal with people with compassion and with caring. And they may introduce a more humane element to society when we're dealing with people and trying to have a little more of a compassionate view to their problems and things. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. Now, of course, Jen and I are transgender, but we have eyes. We observe things. We remember what it was like to live in that male world of, you know, male privilege and all that kind of stuff.
Women do have a lot more compassion.
And we now see, living the other side as women, we see the striking differences in the way the sexes are treated and respected, and it's painful to watch. And personally, when I see a woman like Ellie or a woman like Matronista or somebody like that stand up and proudly and with courage tell you the way it is, well, I feel good that they've had their say too. You might not like it, brother, but women are definitely equal partners. This is 2016, not 1816.
Right, it's
okay?
21st century, brother.
And this is America too, brother. So that's the reality of it, where all people are created equal, men and women. And whether you like it or not, whether you appreciate it or not, whether you care to think about it or not, that's the reality that you're going to be living with going forward.
So we demand respect for everybody equally. So give the women the respect that they deserve, just like all the males deserve their respect, and treat all of our friends with their necessary respect that they deserve.
Now, you may think you're carrying a flag for the Class B community or for men, but there's a lot of men and people in Class Bs and RVs that won't even be in this community anymore, because they see that you, they see the way that you spike women like a football and talk down and degrade to people. You know, a guy like Joe Kalanji, who Jen and I had the pleasure of meeting in Florida. You talk about a quality individual, never asked for anything in life. And I don't care if he lives in a U-Haul box out on the street there in Florida. You know what? He's got pride, he's got dignity, he's self-supporting, he's a man. He's a real alpha male out there, and he's getting it done every single day, okay? He deserves our respect. And if he has an opinion about something and voices that, well, so be it. But I'll tell you what, when you try to criticize people on physicality and things, which brings me to RV Prepper Wayne. I never met RV Prepper Wayne, but Jen and I admire RV Prepper Wayne, mainly because he went out there and tried to make a positive difference in the community. I was happy to support him when he had his fundraiser to get some tires and to get the quality of his life improved a little bit and get closer so his wife didn't have to drive 40 miles to work every day. I applaud you, Wayne, for what you did, and you're one of the most valued and giving members of our community. Not only did you take the hits for helping Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, when he came in Florida, but you also went out of your way to be accommodating and helpful to James Wanderlust Estate
did an
when
incredible,
he came and did an amazing job.
Yeah.
A perfect rebuilding job.
Yeah.
And you know what? Wayne didn't go strutting around like a peacock, patting himself on the back about how wonderful he was. He went about his business and moved on. He helped Gerald when he came in when Gerald had the generator problem.
Mm-hmm.
Gerald was frustrated about it. Gerald doesn't know anything about mechanics or electrical stuff, but Wayne was able to get him straightened out, and Gerald was grateful. Yeah. We got eyes. We see what goes on in the community, and you have to ask yourself, what have you done for anybody else?
It's actions that speak louder than words.
Yep. So, and now we want to talk about Julie. And to Jen and I, we don't even spend time thinking about what Julie's gender may or may not. It's not even relevant to us.
Does not matter.
Julie lives her life as a woman with dignity, with obvious pride. And the fact that she's an Asian woman within our community is very exciting and makes me happy here because of all the time I spent in Asia. Her presence makes the community more diverse and more interesting to me. And I know I left a stupid comment under Jack Thompson's comment once about go donate to Julie just in jest or something like that. I apologized about that 2 times for that. Sometimes when you think you're funny, you're not funny at all. Guilty, and I retracted that, and I think that we're on a friendly plane once again. But people have pride. No. Marshall, I saw you show up on Julie's chat about a week ago or last Wednesday. Yeah. Before I went on, and out of the blue you came on there and started attacking her gender and things like that. She didn't say word one to you, except, oh, here's Elvis here. Okay? And I'm calling you out on it, brother, and I'm telling you, this is bad news. Okay? Julie is a friend of ours. She's a sister of ours, whether she's female, trans, or whatever. She's a quality person, and I'm telling you, lay off of her. Lay off of Wayne, lay off of Joe Kalanji, and raise your respect lever for women up, okay? These women that you criticize in the community, they're out there making livings. They're ham and egging. They're being proud of themselves. They're putting up content. They're being contributing members of society, okay? And I don't mind, you want to raise money, that's fine. I mean, that's your freedom in the United States to go out there and do that. And people should be able to contribute or not to you.
But do it in a nice way.
But I often think how different things could be if you put things on a positive frame of mind, where you could go to anywhere in the United States, break down anywhere, and people would come running to try to help you and give you a hand. It's not the way of life, brother. It's not the way of YouTube to be out there criticizing people and belittling people for things that you see as shortcomings in their nature. Some of the most painful times for me on YouTube is when I had to take a hard look at myself for some of the stuff that went on before, but you go out there and admit it, you apologize for it, and you move on in life. So Marshall, Missy Jen is disappointed.
I'm very disappointed.
When she hears about the women being called, well, I hate to say it, cunts and other things like that.
I always wonder
ain't nobody in the world.
What happened to the marshal that I've met in Vegas? What happened to him?
Yeah. So
where did he go?
Let this be a wake-up call to you, Marshall. We're calling you out here today like he famously called other people out. And I'm telling you, give it a rest. turn the corner. Don't degrade people. Don't tell people what they can't have in life, when in all reality, they have more than what you have at this point in time, and they're to be commended. Live your life. You're capable of being a real funny, a real good person. I still consider you my friend, as does Missy Jen. We're just trying to give you a little wake-up call here and tell you the stuff you're doing, it ain't flying. Okay? Thanks for watching, everybody, and we appreciate you being here and listening to us today. And thanks.